Coming up, at 7 years old, most kids just want to be kids, but this little boy was definitely the exception. He wanted to change the world.
He was going to be someone special. I knew he was either going to be a star or he was going to change something with the world. You know, he was going to make a difference.
Coming up, the rest of Jacob's story, a Valley child who gave so much in just 7 short years. Tonight, in a special storyteller, we continue with the incredible life of the littlest angel. Jacob Crespo was only 7 years old when he died last week of a blood clot in his brain. But as Steve Beaudenay tells us, this young man did more than his share of good in the short time he was with us. Steve?
Hey, Patty, young Jacob was a good deed doer, following in the footsteps of his mom and grandmother, who also work hard for the environment. And even now, Jacob's heart and other major organs are bringing life to 7 other young kids across the nation.
He was everything to me. He was my everything, and he made me a better person. And
now in the mornings when I wake up at 4 in the morning, can't sleep, I hear these birds outside my window, and it's pitch black out, and I'm like, what are birds doing out here at 4 in the morning? And I think it's Jacob telling me don't cry or whatever.
I look at his picture all the time, and I just tell him how proud I am of him and how strong he was.
As his mom and dad and grandma struggle with broken hearts, this is the image they keep in their minds, a strong, magical little boy named Jacob Crespo.
He made our job as first-time parents very easy. He was just such a great baby. I mean, he was just great.
That great baby grew into a great kid. In his 7 years, he donated birthday toys to the dogs at the Humane Society. He showed up at political rallies throughout the state. He protested for peace, and he donated his life savings to the family of a fallen police officer.
He had an amazing heart, and the stuff he would do, and his heart and soul was totally in everything he did, everything he believed in. And I mean, if we were going to a meeting or a protest or something, he would want to know all the questions, like from start to finish. What about this? What about, he would ask all the questions, and then he would decide if he would want to do it or not.
Even though that big heart suddenly stopped beating last week, it started up again, giving life to a young boy in Tucson. Altogether, 7 young boys are alive because of Jacob's gift of organ donations.
Jacob is giving again, and I know that Jacob would want us to do that. I know he would. So knowing that we saved a little boy's life with Jake's heart, and they're all males, I believe. All the organs went to all males.
Knowing too that another family don't have to go through what we went through.
Jacob's family now puts their future in little brother Bryson. They don't know if the 3-year-old will grow up to be the activist Big Brother was, but no matter, the work this little guy did in such a short period of time would last most families a lifetime.
I just want him to know that I love him, and I'm so proud of him, and he's my hero.
Hey, here's our hotline and our azfamily.com website. If you'd like to donate or find out more about the causes that little hero was fighting for, we'll be glad to give you that information by the end of the newscast. Now, you see all these these pencils in front of me. One of the things that little Jacob did, he collected 2,000 pencils because he wanted to give them to Oprah Winfrey for her schools over in Africa. We're having trouble finding the right people to talk to about that, but these pencils are going to end up in Africa if I got to drive them myself, Patty. Also, when we lost Jimmy Cox and Scott Bowerbank in that horrible helicopter accident last July 27th, Jacob drew pictures for each of the families and gave them. Now, he was healthy last week. He was playing in the playground when his eyes started to hurt him, and that's when that blood clot hit. So we wish that family good luck getting through what they're getting through. I've known that family for 25 years. What good folks. What a little hero, huh?
Yeah, I just can't even imagine. Well,
he's a hero.
Yeah, well, he did such great things, as you said, in those 7 short years. Yes. Thanks very much, Steve. A great story.